Welcome, cosmic explorers. Tonight we journey past the boundaries of commonplace reality through shadowy clouds, over restless coastlines, and into the raw uncertainty pulsing at humanity's edge. You're listening to The Weird and Unexplained with John. I'm your host, John. You've seen the headlines, heard the whispers. This year, 2025, the sky buzzes more than ever. It's a tapestry not just of a familiar stars, but of the extraordinary. UFO sightings have surged, with over 2,000 credible incidents reported in just the first 6 months alone. Why now? What's changed? And what exactly hovers above us, silently, relentlessly, defying all the old rules? Tonight, we'll discuss 10 of the year's most mind bending encounters, from metallic humanoids hovering in the Utah clouds to mysterious jellyfish like forms floating over Iraq. You'll explore the data and step inside political chambers where congressional hearings wrestle with evidence that simply won't fit the mold of ordinary explanations. So, let's begin. Let's set the stage. UFOs. They're now often branded as UAPs, which stands for the Unidentified Anomalous Phenomena. They aren't new, but 2025 has been a banner year for the mysterious. Reports have exploded, clustering in eerie patterns along coastlines and major bodies of water. With over 9,000 cases that were logged since August alone, and 500 within 500 miles of a shore. What's more, many involve objects seen hovering above or plunging directly into the ocean's depths, trailing strange lights and silent movements that the world's best radars can barely capture. But what does this uptick mean? Veteran pilots are talking, congressional panels are listening, and more ordinary people than ever feel empowered to share what they've seen, darting beyond the clouds or lurking beside their ships. Perhaps a final taboo is falling, replaced by a thirst of truth that the phenomenon itself is refusing to be suppressed. Imagine you're standing on a rocky Californian beach at midnight, the waves crashing, when suddenly a luminescent orb appears, floating and hovering. Fishermen beside you drop their nets. Someone records, their phone is trembling. Across the nation in Florida, hundreds report the same mysterious lights, metallic spheres. Silent travelers on the wind. The maps show dense clusters lining both coasts. Orange dots seamlessly reappear and persist, daring the world to take notice. From a personal perspective, even those who have never believed in flying saucers then may start to be questioning their sanity now. The sheer scale, the volume, and the detail of these reports hint that the universe might be more crowded and stranger than we've dared to imagine before. Even the halls of power are no longer immune to this UFO fever. In September, the U.S. Congress gathered top military veterans, pilots, and intelligence officials for hearings that many believe could rewrite the nation's understanding of what's truly flying above us. Testimonies poured out. Some recounted objects emerging from the ocean, glowing self-luminous in the night, joining others before accelerating away at impossible speeds. There were accounts of hovering craft over Air Force bases, crafts that withstood missile strikes and vanished as quickly as they appeared. One whistleblower described a moment of pure panic as a mysterious object came towards a military base, prompting cries of, "It's coming right for us." These were not mere stories. Under oath, uniformed men and women described reoccurring patterns, craft performing maneuvers outside known physics and technology unrecognized by even the most advanced drone experts. The Pentagon's own Aero Division investigated, dismissing a few as misidentified aircrafts, but confirmed others as truly anomalous. Their behavior, the data, the radar records, all shamelessly perplexing. At times, it felt as though the nature of reality itself was on trial. Listening to these hearings, one can almost feel the shift in atmosphere. It's as if the very walls of Congress have become porous to the mystery, allowing awe and even fear to seep in. On August 11th in Utah, clouds drift across the mountains. The sky is clear as expected. But on this day, the viral story gripping millions involves the so-called metallic man. UFO, a shape unlike any classic flying saucer or the Tic Tac shape. Eyewitnesses described a humanoid figure hovering motionless amid the clouds, its body reflecting the sunlight in a seamless metallic sheen. As onlookers record from multiple angles, expert analysts ruled out drones, balloons, or clever hoaxes. The footage is high resolution, striking. The mystery deepens as researchers at Newfork received dozens of similar reports of metallic shapes, orbs, and humanoid features moving against wind currents and remaining eerily silent. For some, the metallic man became a new icon, capturing the cultural imagination in ways reminiscent of Roswell decades ago. But here, witness credibility is unusually high. Ordinary travelers, hikers, even police officers have all submitted their own accounts. It's these moments that leave a mark, seeing the phenomenon not as childish fantasy, but as an external event that's real, shared, and puzzling, opens a crack in our everyday understanding. The metallic man stands as an emblem of the year's shift, an outsider floating between certainty and legend. In Iraq and Saudi Arabia, the shapes fill the night sky. Rather than saucers, witness described a jellyfish UAP that was translucent, gently glowing, with appendages dangling and wavering in the desert air. On September 17th, in Mason, Iraq, locals step outside, drawn by silent movement overhead. Above them, a glowing tentacled object. As it hovers and then descends, multiple phones captured the spectacle. The footage circulates rapidly, drawing comparison to the earlier marine animal sightings and prompting experts to reconsider old theories. The Middle East has seen similar sights. Over Saudi Arabia, another jellyfish appears floating serenely before vanishing without a trace. At first, some speculate advanced military technology. Others dismiss such notions, pointing to the organic-like movement, and the absence of engine sound, and the sheer uncanny beauty of the whole thing. For many, the jellyfish UAP awaken a sense of wonder and fear, a reminder that strange beauty can coexist with mystery. Watching the footage, one can't help but imagine ancient legends come to life. Celestial creatures reigning in silence above an unexpected and unprepared world. From Maryland to India, UAPs defy the constraints of speed and propulsion. In Kingsville, Maryland, a tic tac shaped object streaks across the night sky, its motion erratic, its acceleration unmatched by any known propulsion system. Meanwhile, in Hanasbad, West Bengal, India, locals gather as a multicolored blinking light hovered for 10 minutes before vanishing, their appearance matching an escalating pattern worldwide. Rural authorities investigate, finding no aircraft or satellite explanation. Eyewitness video captures the scene, lights swirling in unison, the air alive with anticipation and even dread. Even in Colombia joins the fray. A farmer records a silent silver sphere hovering above cornfields. The sphere remains still, its surface reflecting the setting sun with no rotor or sound. The incident joins over 171 cases under the Arrow investigation, most exhibiting what analysts quietly call non-human tech behaviors. What grips the witnesses most is not just the spectacle, but the impossibility. Spheres without rotors, orbs moving in formation, lights that vanish into nothingness, and all confront our need for rational explanation. Each episode leaves a residue of wonder and unease. The coastlines of California and Florida are now the epicenter. According to the Enigma Tracker, the world's largest archive of UFO sightings, hundreds of objects have lately hovered, dipped, or raced along the nation's watery borders. California reports 380 incidents this year, while Florida has only 306. These clusters aren't just statistical artifacts. Many involve strange objects seen entering the water, sometimes vanishing below waves, and sometimes emerging minutes later and shooting into the sky. Orange dots light up the tracker maps, peppering the eastern seaboard with a trend too stubborn to ignore. What are these objects searching for at the ocean's edge? Why the persistent interaction with water? Some theories point to military interest as whistleblowers reference surveillance crafts and advanced submarines, yet the silent movements and anomalous flight behaviors suggest something far beyond ordinary technology. Standing on the shore at dusk, watching the horizon, you might feel a primal thrill, the sense of being watched from a distance by minds unknown. The ocean's vastness seems suddenly less empty, its mysteries not only below the waves, but far, far above them. November brings an internet sensation, the mothership UFO said to be bigger than 3 Atlas rockets, shocking viewers with its scale and presence. Viral footage, widely debated, shows an immense craft moving calmly through the heavens, its shape unfamiliar, its motion deliberate. Commentators weigh in, comparing the footage to earlier reports from Japan and Russia. AI analysis scanned the frames, noting odd signatures, lighting patterns inconsistent with reflections, shadow play suggesting volume and mass. Is this the mother of all ships, a visitor from realms beyond human imaginations? Skeptics debate, yet the fascination grows. The mystery of the mothership joins earlier folklore like Roswell, the Phoenix Lights, Tic Tacs, each a piece in a puzzle missing its edges. Whether hoax or genuine, the mothership story illustrates a timeless need, the desire to encounter the grand and the unknown, to be small beneath a vast sky, part of a tale much greater than ourselves. UFO fever is a global thing, from Nevada's extraterrestrial highway with murals and roadside attractions themed around the bug-eyed aliens, to rural Colombia and West Bengal. The world's populations watch, record, and speculate. Professional astrophotographers like Andrew Sear White document unidentified objects moving against the stellar background in Zimbabwe. No satellites match, no lens flares account for the patterns. Ancient aliens, contemporary enigma, folk stories, these now thread together, forming a tapestry of human curiosity and cosmic impossibility. Each culture overlays its own legends. In the deserts, UFOs become Dijin. On the highways, they morph into pulp culture icons. Yet beneath all the interpretation lies a simple truth. Something is happening, and it's not letting go. As your narrator spends his nights scrolling through first-hand accounts and the interviews, the feeling is unmistakable. We live in an age where the unknown has become not just late-night conversation, but honestly a daily companion. For every skeptic, there's now a report, a video, radar evidence, eyewitness accounts demanding investigations. Amidst the documentaries and debates, a deeper question persists. What do these sightings mean for humanity's sense of place? If they're real, are these visitors benign? Are they curious? Are they threatening? Or are they simply indifferent? Government investigations, once secretive, now fold into public scrutiny. Some researchers suggest the phenomenon could reshape our technological future. The ultimate science fiction made manifest. Others warn that the responses must be careful, constructive, and grounded in evidence. History's lessons caution against panic, but applaud our curiosity. As the data piles up, so do the stories. The entire communities now share the experience, a new kind of folklore transmitted not by word of mouth, but by video snippet, radar traces, legislative hearings. There's excitement in the air, an electrifying sense that we're at the threshold. Every nighttime talk, every glance skyward is now tinged with the possibility. Maybe, just maybe, we're not alone. So to my dear listener, as we close tonight's episode, remember the night sky is no longer just a boundary. It's an invitation to wonder, to question, and to dream. The UFO stories of this year, of 2025, unite us beneath silver spheres and glowing lights, joining the myth of past decades with the reality of the present. Are we being watched? Are we being guided, tested, or simply left to marvel? Only time, investigation, and the courage to lift our eyes upwards will tell the truth. This has been Beyond the Night Sky with the Weird and Unexplained. Until next time, watch the stars. They might just be watching back. I'm John.